Hello and welcome, racing fans. I am your host, Stinky Wan, and I'm joined by co-commentator Iverzim
Good morning.
for what promises to be an unforgettable race at the Autodrome Jose Carlos Pace, or Interlagos.
Interlagos.
The home of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. This is our final round of the Champions Series in the Champions Division. The Constructors' Championship has been secured for McLaren,
Woot woot.
but the pressure just lies on the defending champion Limp, who is facing an uphill battle after falling even further behind in the standings, with veteran driver Miller currently holding a lead of 27 points,
Which is a bit.
It's a lot, but it's still doable.
It's not insurmountable.
Yes. Yeah, but the competition is fierce, with both Luke and Jonas also fighting for the third position in the Drivers' Championship.
With so much talent on display, every lap and every turn will be critical in determining the outcome of the race. So buckle up and get ready for the action-packed race, and we can't wait to see who comes out on top. I honestly think Miller has a pretty good chance.
A very big chance.
I think he's got a pretty good chance.
So
I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I think it's pretty good.
Sounds like they're about to start. So first, let's look at
good timing today.
Yeah, but I want to not screw up. Where's the track? Track layout. So here's the track. It's a pretty short track this time. There's two detection zones, one in the front straight, and then there's like the side straight. About 15 corners. One of them doesn't really count. It's not even really a corner.
I mean, you know, it's a turn. It
is a turn, yeah. It's one of the shorter lap times on the calendar.
Good to see you too, Lennon.
Yes, and then, it sounds like they're about to start. So let's just look at the driver's comparison really quick. So Miller with 242 to Limp's 115.
215?
Oh, yeah, 2. Sorry, I said it for both. Miller has a win advantage of just one.
Just one. 2 more podiums as well.
Even on fastest laps. And yeah, the poles has been the big difference between them both.
Pole setter.
He has definitely been a pole setter. Has been doing really well.
Sorry, I'm a child.
Yeah. But so let's go over here. I think they're about to start.
Here we go.
Let's bring up all our little fun doodads and doodots.
It's like that TikTok. Okay, let's go.
Yes, yes.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Of course I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not on the internet. That's okay.
I'm on the internet.
I really
it's not
Brazil.
On the internet.
Eaton.
I really enjoy this track. It is very fun to watch. We actually have Paul back, so there's a few drivers that we've seen come back here for the race. But the key one that we see is going to be the two at the top, and then the two after it, Jonas and Luke. So while we do this, let's try to get all the names in. Kumar has done really well in the Champions Division with 2 consecutive podiums. Let's see if he can continue that streak.
That's a good trend to continue. I like to see people do well. I've said it before. I've said it many times. I like to see people do well.
Yeah.
Started breathing. Gee.
Yeah.
the fans on the computer ramped up.
Yeah. Who is the... Oh, it's Finn. Limp. It looks like Limp is out there, so that's good to know. We weren't actually sure if he would be out there today.
Oh yeah, Kumar got a wheel. It's his first race on the wheel.
Kumar is on the wheel for today's race.
Best of luck, sir. It is challenging. I know because I struggle with it.
Yeah, but he was running on a other wheel, so it's definitely going to be better. They're going to feel better in that, I think, than the other one.
You know what's funny? This was actually one of my favorite tracks to race. Because it was also kind of one of the first ones that I started messing around on, you know?
I think I really enjoy the shorter tracks. They tend to have better is the word I'm looking for.
Excitement.
It's just
Competition.
you can get good at it quicker, I guess is the words I was trying to find. What is this?
Get good, Scrubs. Get good, Scrub.
I renamed all of these. I don't get why it's airing out. We are here with
Sway.
Let's just do that. Let's look at it with nothing on it. Wow, fix this.
As always with qualifying, we like to sit back, we like to watch, see how everyone's doing. You know, what are they gonna get done? What is that saying? I know I'm in York.
There's nobody.
So is it that though? Is it the title? It's too long.
Title can be.
Or is that always what it is?
Title can be infinitely long. I figured that out.
Did you test it?
Oh,
There it is.
it's not the right one though.
There it isn't.
Let's refresh this. That means I have to type everybody's name again, but whatever.
Oh well. It could be worse. It could be worse.
Oh, I bet what happened is it looks like all these drivers are in different. They moved around a bit.
I really like the clackiness of your keyboard. I'm not gonna.
It's kind of nice. It's a bit loud, but yeah.
It is a bit loud for recording, but I still like it.
It's got a very old keyboard sound, like the typewriter sound.
Yeah, I was gonna say it reminds me of a typewriter.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's not a typewriter, but it reminds me of a typewriter.
Luke goes fastest 108.335. I believe we're gonna get into the 107s here for the finishing of it. We have Jonas there, right behind him, 108.521. So that is going to be a good one to watch. Luke and Jonas are in a battle for third place. Pangil's trying to keep going up. And there it is, 107. Renzo dropped to 107.
Really well.
2-3 has done really well. Let's hope mitigate the mistakes, because I think that's been the main key to all of these drivers who are quick but haven't had like outcomes that they wanted.
Yeah.
Not really gotten a podium, things like that. I think it's just come down to how many mistakes you're able to.
Consistency is key.
Consistency is key. We saw the same thing at the same time.
It's like, that's not a good idea.
And Alex here coming across the line is going to put his first lap through and does a 109.851. Bring up the actual other stuff.
Do you think it's gonna rain in the race today?
I believe it will, but I don't know. Oh, it's looking pretty good actually. We'll see if the sprint though. If in the sprint it will. Miller still has not come out. We have here Finn on a flying lap. Jonas already going out again. That's pretty quick. He's like right out the gate again. Limp doing, did we say Limp's time right? 108.595. So get there in P5. So for Limp to really have any chance, he has to pretty much go perfect.
He has to win sprint. He has to win the race. And he has to be fastest lap, right?
That's ideal.
It's doable. He's done it.
All Miller has to do is gain 7 points, or Limp losing 7 points from the perfection. Right? Yeah. The perfect race.
It is
one or the other. So
it's Limp's to win if he can.
It is definitely. So Miller here getting ready. Not getting ready.
That's looking good for Limp.
I guess he's coming back in.
He's trying to make it hard on himself. He's gonna start from the back of the grid.
He's playing
by going backwards on the track.
It's like when you put hardcore mode on in a video game, you know? What he's doing.
Racing against Bryant or Miller is hardcore mode.
It is a bit. So
well,
after
for me it is.
So after qualifying, we should go into and look at the prediction that was posted. And we'll see what everybody else thinks. I did see that it is so far. It's about where we would expect it to be.
Yeah.
Some people just copping out.
Well, you know,
so maybe.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you know,
it's always that option.
There's always the I don't want to make a declarative statement.
Yeah,
it is always a part of it. But I don't know. I'm glad we have 15 racers. I'm glad it's
not a
beautiful virtual day out in Brazil so far.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
Look at that ray tracing. Oh,
I'd be really happy if it didn't rain.
I would be too. I'd like to see him.
This track is crazy, man. It's gonna be so much fighting. The DRS fights are good. Yeah, and the track is just such a nice.
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, it's my favorite track actually.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm gonna say that it is my favorite track.
You know, nobody's gonna argue with you.
The wheel was broken, crashed, and I was thinking it was fixed.
Interesting. Oh, technical difficulties again. Comes across the line. What did he do? At 108.600. So Kumar on the wheel already, and is already as quick as he is on a controller.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see there. This driver, I think, will be one to watch when we come into the next season. I think he will continue to improve and has been even in ours, and I think he'll just be getting better. So now that we're getting to the end of season 2, it's us again, me and you.
Hello, buddy.
We're here again.
It's good to see you.
It is nice. Hey, at least we have a lot more drivers than we did last season at the end of the season.
Twice as many.
That's good.
It's really nice.
Okay, Landon getting out of the way. This is the one thing too, is like all these drivers are trying to warm themselves up, but also they're trying to stay out of the way, right? And this isn't.
Nice. I like that.
It isn't the. Yeah, you can see right there. This isn't the. Well, I think he got out. He was trying to get out of the way. I don't think he. It's one of those where you can't really easily get out of the way either.
It's slightly. It's not narrow, but it's not wide.
It's not wide, and there's not really any easy runoffs. Like there are these ones every now and then, but it's definitely one you got to keep an eye on behind you, because these drivers are just gonna come up to you really quickly. It's, as we saw, it's under 3 miles.
All right, Landon, let's see it.
It's very short track.
Yeah, under 3 miles. It's just funny. So, in the world of athletics or track and field,
that's a lot.
It's like 400 meters is like the circle, you know?
Yeah.
And in my mind, that's like, I don't know. For some reason, my brain immediately goes to like that idea of
that's a lot of meters.
And it's like, oh wow, 3 miles, that's really far. And it's like, well, they're cars, obviously. It makes a lot more sense. They're going 200 miles an hour.
The car's going like 200.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous thought. It's just the first thing that comes into my head every time.
They're finishing laps under a minute.
Yeah.
Almost under a minute. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Insane.
About a minute.
So I have to say, I've been really glad over the last few years to have found F1, but then also gotten to enjoy it more and learn more about it. Especially like the physics and the engineering of just like the cars. It's insane to me what they're able to pull off.
Ooh, and we have here Landon doing really well. I think he might actually get pole here.
Okay.
Provisional pole.
Purple sector and sector 2.
No jinxing though. I didn't just jinx him.
No, you didn't.
Not at all.
I see it.
They went about even there, so he's about 3/10 up. And almost 5.
Ooh, purple third sector 2.
A 107.599, and we have this silver rocket out there today.
Faster than Miller.
Faster than Miller, who just dropped his time of a 107.770. And then a good, what is it? A honorable mention is
that Limp?
Limp did just put that, but Jonas also did a 107.986.
Man, you were saying
good. And then we had Limp doing a 107.969, and Hangil, I believe, just did a hot lap right now too, and did a 108.285. So everybody are putting in these laps, and this might be the closest we've had of multiple drivers here. Here, how about you hold this, and these are the top 10.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I just
you just hit
3.
one of them.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
in the garage. This one.
I think he just did a lap. Yeah, he did his.
The whole direct going. Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. The whole direct going to a
It's
racer
nice.
is new to me. It's nice, but it's still new to me. I'm used to having to go.
Yeah, I'll take care of the bop bop bop, and you take care of the right direction.
Of the jumping.
Just because I can't handle.
So is it like shift and then the button to get to 11?
I don't remember it's one of them, but
Yeah, it's shift.
yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I had to test it.
I wasn't sure if it's shift or control. It's usually one or the other.
Alright, let's watch Hill. See on an in-lap action.
Yeah, Hill's here coming doing the lap. All these drivers are really tight from the 1 through all the way to about even Kumar is under a second.
Well,
So
you
it's
were
not bad
saying
at all.
you were saying like we could expect to see some 107s. I wasn't expecting to see 5 107s.
You know, I wasn't.
And that's just me. I don't know if that's just.
I think we'll get more too.
Of course.
Hill's doing it in that. But we have Paul now coming out to do his outlap. And, you know, these outlaps end really quickly. So you do an outlap and you're ready on your lap.
Yeah, it's like,
so
all right, let's go.
It's kind of very quick. But yes, I didn't expect there to be 7. I think there might even be. I think Kumar, Luke, and Hang might all be able to do the 107.
I think you can get it.
Kumar's might be a little bit of a stretch because that's 6/10, but
Am I projecting enough? Am I projecting enough to get to the mic?
maybe not 9 angle. you're a bit off, but
I'll scoot in a little closer.
yeah.
Hey, buddy, let's get cozy.
I mean, we're always cozy over here. Well, eventually, we'll be able to afford separate mics.
One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days.
One of these days.
It's okay.
There's a reason why I play the lottery. It's the American dream right there. Win the lottery, leave the
Win the
country. Win the lottery, leave the country. Because it is a show.
But we are here with Paul. Do you want to name the corners? Are you ready for the names of these corners?
Okay.
They got some good ones.
Where is he? What's his?
He's S02R12 rider, so he's right there too.
Ferradora. Oh, that's Italian.
It's Portuguese, I think.
Oh, I know, but I said like it was Italian.
Yeah.
Pinerino.
Yeah.
Right? Ergulo. Again, I'm going Italian. What's wrong?
This isn't an Italian
It's not.
track.
Portuguese. Hang on, let me get into the Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portomao.
You gotta say it really fast,
Portomao.
everyone.
Was it Mergulo? No. Or Juncao?
I don't know. Well, we probably shouldn't be trying to say these. We're just we're sabotaging ourselves. But we have here Paul coming across the line. Does improve. Does a 109.028 and actually gets into P9.
I should actually learn to say these things correctly. Sorry if I'm woefully ignorant, everyone.
You know,
I am woefully ignorant, but I'm trying.
yeah.
Sort of.
But we are here. I think this is the driver that is going to be starting their hot lap, and then we'll have a few. I think Hill is also doing a lap. He might already be doing his lap. We should probably switch back over the tape. Oh, no. We should go back. Oh, you mean because he's got to come back across the finish line? And he does improve. He does improve.
Who are we going to now, though?
Luke, 7. Yeah, so Hill did improve his time, get to a 109.059, so that's really good.
Well done.
Luke here doing a personal best through Sector 1 of 16.12.
Peanut butter jelly.
It's peanut butter, but no jelly.
Peanut butter jelly. That's aging myself.
Yeah, probably.
That's dating myself for sure. I feel old these days, and I'm not a fan of it.
There's nothing wrong with dating yourself.
Well, they do say love yourself, so I've been really trying to take care of myself and go on I just take myself out to dinner and then I go watch a movie and I don't.
You don't even do that. You don't even treat yourself that night.
I ordered DoorDash and
But we have here Luke coming across the line and does improve 107.877. It gets into P3.
So you know what I've really been liking is seeing the McLaren drivers.
We should drop back.
Where are we going? You going 15? No.
Right here, whoever that is. I think that's either Limp or Renzo.
Okay, so let's go 5.
Yeah. Here we go. Renzo is on a. Oh, he's not on a hot. He's on a. He's about to start one though.
Oh, he's about to. Do you want to watch this one or do
Renzo's ahead of him.
Okay,
So.
watch Renzo.
They look like one of the. Oh, he was just getting out of the way. I think Miller's actually doing a hot lap, isn't he? Maybe not. It's hard, man. It's hard to know who's doing a hot lap and who's not.
It is. It is.
But we'll stay. I think we stay with Renzo here. Renzo. And then we'll jump back to Limp when we can.
But I really do like that you just kind of see all the times. It's hard to keep track of everything at this, but
our overlay will be a little bit better than that. So it's structured a little bit better with the little sector things, so we know where they are on the track, not just where they are in that. So, but it's okay. We're here with Renzo through whatever corner, through the other corner. You saw that person was, I think, he was mowing the lawn. He was just out.
Got out of right. You know, if you go fast enough, the front wing just clears it all out. Yeah, it gets it real nice and short
Gives it
too.
that Gillette.
It's like it's Gillette. It's like when you take your lawnmower and drop it all the way to the bottom, that real close cut. You're on the putting green.
Yeah, the putting green setting.
Putting green setting, yeah. No, but what I was saying is I've been liking seeing the McLaren drivers and the Ferrari drivers kind of with each other.
Yeah.
Well, fight each other as teams, but also drive with each other as teammates.
And he comes across the line, improves. So everybody has been improving, and he actually gets
jumps to third. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Well, you know, way to end on a high.
Yeah, and
she ended on a fastest lap.
Yeah, the guy. Oh, we should go to the leader right now. Race the. What is going on? Everybody is.
Everyone's driving off the circuit.
Yeah. He got an invalid lap. He's on an invalid lap. Are we on the second counter or is this the first counter?
It might be the second.
I feel like it's gotta be, right? There's so many people retired out. There's so many people retired out, right? But I think here we have Pang,
what's going on?
One of the last drivers. He is improving his time, I think. And he comes across the line. Here he comes, and he does not improve. So I think it looks like everybody improved on the other one. Maybe there was a bit of traffic.
Number 7 on the track, number 1 on our hearts.
It did look like there was a lot of traffic going into the end of that. But we did get 6 drivers into the 107s. Not a bad spread. Landon is that 5th driver, it seems like.
So I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have a couple of things that I want to see.
Yeah.
It's okay. Stay right where you are, but don't let him tell you what to do. Don't let him tell you what to do.
Don't let him tell you what to do. Okay, I'm starting to think that this is the first counter, and these guys are. This is a hot lap, I believe.
I see you, Landon. I see you, Landon.
Again,
take it away from him. Take it away from him. Really screw it up for the 2 leaders.
Yeah.
I actually kind of. So traffic.
Yeah, traffic, but should have.
Traffic can be hard though too. Like as you're trying to do your own thing, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's track awareness. That's the thing, and it can be hard to manage that as you're trying to mange your tires. As you're trying to, you know.
I will say this: if you're relying on your last, if you're relying on the last one to be your hot lap, it can become an issue with drivers all choosing when to go out.
And if everyone's choosing like the last lap or 2 to get it in, that can be tough.
So it's one of those things where I think we should be fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we could do one again. Yeah, but I think. You know, I'll never get that right.
You actually impressively get it wrong a lot.
That is when the track is the best. I agree. And I think that's why everybody tried to go out at that time.
Well, so I believe, that's when track conditions are the best.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for taking our talking point away from us.
Yeah. So while we wait for that, let's look at this prediction, right? And we had it as a yes. 85% said yes.
In the for terrain.
And 14% said no. But it looks like it's dry here.
So far.
And we had 17% say that it was a maybe.
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 There's a sprint, right? Yeah. Yeah.
We are in a sprint weekend, which means we're going to be doing a sprint qualifier right now.
I like sprints.
Let's get rid of that.
I'm just happy most of all drivers. Yeah, no, it's nice when
It's nice when everything's good.
It's nice when everything works out, and it's hard, especially when you have, you know, it's computers, so there's connectivity, desync. Just generally saying, you can only see what's like really. I don't know. You can't turn your head and see it. You know what I mean?
It's not as easy as just
unless you're really committed.
Unless you're really VRing.
Yeah. There you go.
And even that still can be hard.
Yeah, no, it is. Actually, so I have yet to. So okay, part of the reason why I got a Quest when I got a Quest was because I wanted to be able to do this in VR.
Yeah.
And then I finally got my new graphics card, and I wanted to try it, and then the graphics card just didn't work.
Oh yeah.
Period. And then I had to send it back to the manufacturer. Just spending $900 goddamn dollars on something I can't actually afford, but really wanted.
Landon out here, first going really wide, and now back there. He is testing out the
durability
the
of the signs. You know,
and we have Fapa and Kumar having a little bit of a touch.
That's so weird to me, man.
Yeah, it
looks kind of cool.
It's
like,
kind of
if it's in a music video or something, and you're like,
yeah, we just gotta
watching highlights.
Put some EDM to it and make it add like 12 filters on top of each other. Then yeah,
it's like the SpongeBob with the jellyfish. What do you mean you don't know? Did you not see that?
I was already out.
There's no such thing as being too old for SpongeBob. Yeah. I mean, there's the newer stuff is trash, but
I'm just saying it was already past that.
Shame on you. It came out in like 96, 97?
Yeah, I stopped. You're showing my age even more.
Disappointed. Fucking geriatrics. Good God. Do you want me to get do you need your walking cane, sir? I can get you your pudding for later.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'll take a pudding. All right, here we go. You hear the lights. I swear these lights are supposed to go off. All right, and they're off here. It looks like Miller actually gets a really good start. Oh my gosh, he's dropping back lots.
Landon, what happened?
And we have now Miller, or actually Luke is in first, Renzo in second, and we have Miller right in front of Limp here. And all Limp can do is try to just get past this driver, and that's about it. He's got power. That was a good clean.
That's good.
That was a good clean first sector. Ooh, I like this. Here we go.
These are nice.
Let's see if Limp's going to be able to get past here, and we'll keep an eye on Renzo and Luke because that's very important. They see.
It is.
With Luke trying to hold his position, yeah, we don't need an inside. Oh, wait, let's just move up then, because now it looks like Renzo here on the attack.
There you go.
Luke actually concedes the position, which is smart because he's only fighting Jonas technically. He's not actually fighting the other one. And
hopefully McLaren drivers here can.
It looks like Landon is having a huge problem.
What is? Can you go back to him?
He's all the way back here. He's in the
back briefly.
He's just in the weeds.
Oh,
yeah,
buddy.
He's just the buddy's in the weeds. But it looks like Renzo here gets fastest lap, but now they are fighting here.
Landon, what happened?
I don't know. Had a bad jump, and then other stuff
all went down.
And then stuff happened. Stuff and things.
Unfortunate. Well, I mean, good news. It's a sprint race. The weekend's not over.
Yeah, he still has the race to
still has the opportunity to get some points back. Out of screen freeze. No.
Ooh, I
see like stuff like that, like just technology doing technology shit.
Yeah, I was out of sync.
Jonas with the first fastest sector. Nice. Leading the
way. Hopefully the race part will go better for you.
Yeah.
But we have here Renzo now in first, Luke in second, Miller holding
last to
third.
First again, SCU Landon making it hard for yourself.
He's putting it on.
He likes a challenge.
Putting it on hardcore mode.
Nah, he's putting it on ultimate.
Oh, ultimate. Ultimate's higher than hardcore mode, huh?
Yeah, it's the ultimate setting.
It's the ultimate setting.
Duh.
I thought hardcore mode was the.
No, that's the penultimate setting.
It's actually the penultimate setting. So you have Pang here right on the back of Jonas. They are the end of this train, and then we have a second train starting with Finn, Pillion, Alex, and Paul. Oh, Kumar as well. Man, that is a long train. But it looks like, yeah, this one, DRS has just been enabled. So now we're going to have Miller here defending from Limp. Limp needs something to happen here with Miller. He has to get, first he has to get past him. Then he has to hope stuff happens. We have Sunby had an issue through turn 1 or turn 3. He's still stopped. We have, it looks like Limp's actually being attacked as well, so he's got to keep an eye on behind him as well. But with this kind of fighting, you can see that Luke and Renzo have kind of separated a bit.
Miller fell back a little bit.
Yeah, he's been defending.
Intentional?
Yeah. No, he's just purely defending his position. Yeah, that's one of the things about this track too is you lose a lot of time when you're fighting, like an insane amount compared to some of the other tracks.
I don't hate this. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, since he's fighting the guy in front of him. I agree. Oh, went the wrong direction.
Well, I hadn't seen it before, which is why I liked it, but I didn't like it because I didn't see anything I wanted to see.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I was talking about where I think the cameras are purely just like, they're not actually. There's no intelligence.
It'd be nice if there was a bit more race awareness in the actual.
Oh, and here we go. We got them side by side. This has been a classic spot where two drivers go side by side in. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, Luke. Oh, and you actually have Jonas here. Oh, and we actually have a safety car from another driver. What?
Okay, so Jonas, Miller
actually loses
positions.
That's weird. I think the game told him to actually, but he should have been in. He should have been in front. He should be in front of Jonas, but it happens. Wait, okay, so something happened with Galaxy. That must have triggered it. It sounds like, or maybe it wasn't. Yeah, you can go back there. We can look. We're looking now. It's safety car. I don't see there's no drivers off track. There's no drivers anywhere. It's gotta be like, I don't know why the safety car triggered, but that's a weird one. But this is where, because it's such a short race, like it's just gonna come down to like a 3-lap flyer. So it's a 3-lap sprint? That's what it's looking like. Oh, actually Hill goes in. Papa does too. This is interesting. So I think they're like, and they're all agreeing. They did the handshake, you know? The gentleman's agreement. We're all just gonna pit. He's like, oh, he's pitting, I'm gonna pit too. And they're just all doing it. Front wing. Oh yeah, that would do it. Oh, Hulk and Papa. Well, because I think there was contact in the front, and I think there was contact in the back at the same time. Oh, in Galaxy. Then Hulk spun. Yeah, so there's some scuffle. This is definitely, Brazil's one of those tracks too. Like, it happens. Like these incidences, they're driving through so many corners that they're continuous corners on this track. Well, where incidents can happen. I think it's a couple things. I think it is one of those tracks. Yeah. I think you're absolutely right, and I think it's challenging. It's pretty fast. Anyway, but it's also the last race, and it's the last opportunity. So you're gonna leave it on the track. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the key I want to see is how much Hillian, Papa, Kumar, and even Hulk and Sunby now, because they also have get back into it. How far up can we get? Because they didn't lose that much space, and they all agreed to do it. Oh yeah, let's do that. Position or real quick, stay here. So Finn has done a good job of moving up, but it seems like he might have caused some of the issues. But that's where that train was, right? That was the edge of the train. So I would expect Fappa and Hill maybe to be able to get in front of those two, that entire group. Maybe Kumar's able to get through there, and Hulk and Sunby, it's gonna be iffy because everybody's gonna be trying to get through the pack. And who knows how long it'll take Hillian to even maybe get a chance to get through. But they definitely have a tire advantage. The softs are gonna work really well here. They actually work really well. They don't dead too hard. Because some of the tracks just eat through softs. They do. Some tracks are just really bad. It's because of the type of compound that they're considering as a soft. Because in F1, obviously the softs, mediums, and hards are just like a layman's version of it. So it's like this is the This is the one that has the most grip. This is the one that has the second most grip. This one that is the third most grip. Or, you know, which one degs the most. But in reality, they have, I think on this game, it's about 5 different tire compounds. So it's like, where did they put themselves for those 3 compounds? And whatever they chose for the softs here is really good. I don't actually know. I think it's a more of a normal racetrack, which makes me think it's on the lower deg side.
Yeah.
So they went to a harder compound. They tend to, because the ground is actually, like, if you're on an actual racetrack, like, it's pretty big. Like it's not like the roads that we have are actually really smooth, but theirs is not. It's actually pretty tactile, like
grippy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
grit.
texture.
Texture, yeah, to help with grit.
I gotcha.
Or deg. It increases deg. Yep. So we are here waiting for it to restart. Let's actually jump back up with Renzo because I believe we will be starting racing again here. And we will be off to the races. Our order at the moment is Renzo, Luke, Limp, Jonas, Miller, Pangil, Finn, Alex, Paul. Oh, and it looks like Kumar has an incident and actually ends up 1 back, 2 back. Oh, he ends up in the back right before the restart. And Kumar now in 14th. We'll have to work through the pack again to try to get back up there. So that's unfortunate. All right, let's see what happens here. As the safety car is expected to come in, it is coming in. Here we go. So we're gonna expect Renzo to hold out for a bit because he has to wait until that we can see that safety car once it goes into the pits. But it's not when it goes into the pits, it's actually when it crosses the pit line is when he can actually. So about now he should be able to. So let's see when he goes. When he triggers it, everybody's waiting, and it looks like he's off there. That was a really good jump here. Luke actually losing it. It goes all the way down to 6. You can see that Pangil almost losing his spot, but doesn't. We are here with Limp, trying to get through. He needs to work his way all the way back up to 1st to have a chance here. We actually have somebody, Paul. It looked like Paul had an incident. No, it's Finn. So Finn actually drops all the way back into 14th. And with that, we actually have Paul also doing the same thing. And there is some fighting through this mid pack right now. But right here, we can see Luke having to fight off Limp here for P2. And we have Galaxy there retiring out. And is that going to trigger a safety car? I don't think it will because we have... Does not look like it is. But we have Luke here now fighting with Limp. Limp takes the inside. Just leaves him just enough room there. And they're still going to be side by side. Oh, it looks like Limp lets him through because that's a little bit of a harder corner. And is going to just try to fight him through the DRS zone here coming up. We do not have the DRS active yet because this is the safety car reset. But it should be starting fairly soon again. Renzo taking a really good gap here. Almost up to a second. So if Limp is able to get in front of Luke, I would expect Renzo to give up the position near the end of this race. But first, Limp has to get past Luke. And that is the crucial thing here. If he's able to get past him or not. We do have, you can see there, I don't know what happened to Hill. Hill lost a few positions. They are all fighting in that mid pack. And I think I want to be up with this front pack, but the middle looks even more fighty than this front train. But this is where the crucial points are, with Limp and Luke here battling it out. But we have Alex, Fappa, Hulk, Hill, and Kumar all fighting for that position in the mid pack for the last point. All right, does not look like Luke's going to be able to. Jonas is actually looks like dropping back, and Miller might be on the attack soon. We are DRS has now been activated, and we might see here Limp. We'll keep an eye on him now. If he's going to be able to pass Luke, he has the DRS now for it, but he's actually further away than he has been all this race. And we actually see here Miller on the attack onto Jonas, but he's not able to do it yet. And because of that, I think that actually protects Limp there, and he doesn't even get attacked. And we actually have Hilton fighting it back here. We have this tussle, and it looks like Hulk's still holding the outside portion of this. Man, it is hard. And look at Kumar does a heavy dive there, and it looks like it works out. Gets past him, gets P10. This middle pack has been fighting like crazy. But
Finn's out.
Yeah, Finn had, I don't know, he ended up retiring. Yes, but we are here with Miller, who's going to be looking to attack, and you can see there Luke is actually gaining, he's been separating himself, but I don't think Jonas can hold this too much longer. And I think Miller here, oh, he's still fighting it. Jonas is fighting hard. He does not want to lose too many places on Luke here, because he is fighting Luke. Oh, and it looks like because of that, Pangil actually takes advantage of that.
I see you,
past him as well.
I see you, Pen.
And he's trying to attack him also. He wants two for one. No,
Sam, give me that.
That's a little ambitious.
Give him a hard time, Pan. Give him a hard time.
And we can see here Luke now having to fight this off again. Oh, and look how close he is. He actually tried to do the over-under. He does take the deep. Oh, and he almost loses it because of how deep he had to try to go. Man, Luke is not letting him through. The door's been shut.
So not today.
And if he can't get past him here, this might be it. With Miller getting 6 and him losing 2 from Perfect, that might be all she wrote.
Let's see.
If it holds here, that is. Anything could happen still. We have him here. It's on the final lap has started. Renzo in first, Luke in second,
Well done,
Limp in third, Miller in fourth with Pangil with a nice little pass through there.
The teacher who's also
Oh, that's cool.
I just realized that.
You just
Yeah. I was like, God, that name has sounded so familiar for so long. Now I realize why. The 6th grade teacher.
So this fight back here too is really nice. Sometimes you can't even see the dots because they're so close to each other.
It's been cool to see the racing today. It's been close. It's
Yeah.
like a little DRS stream.
Yeah, there's a big one, and it looks like Luke. Oh my! Oh!
Limb lost it.
No.
Alright, well,
Oh, that
it might have done.
I can't. Why did it give us that like terrible camera view?
It just likes to mess with you.
What happened there?
He might have just lost it.
Yeah, but that's not good for Limp here.
But he made it in front of Miller.
Well, Miller let him through, but still, it's gonna hurt Limp because that's
That's it.
he's gonna and Renzo. Renzo across the line gets it. Luke secures second. Pangil gets third in qualifying. Jonas takes fourth. Limp gets fifth, and Miller gets sixth. Alex taking 7th here.
Interesting.
And Papa getting the last point. Paul close in 9th. Hill gets 10th. Hulk 11th. Oh, Kumar having a tough time. And Sunby taking out the sim coaches. Oh, he hit. You saw that delay? He hit it before he hit it on our screen. But our sprint qualifier winner was Renzo here. He never let me have the outside. It happens.
Submit a ticket.
But with that, so Limp would get, what is that? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So he gets 4. Miller gets 3.
Mm-hmm.
But 4 is what? 4 from that. Miller gets 3. It's closed.
I think so.
That's 7 points.
Yeah.
So that is our champions winner here after that. And hate when it does this. I want to like look at the thingies, and when you hit the button to do it, it just gives me this screen.
Sorry. That's
like,
in both.
nah.
You're screwed.
It's like, no. You don't get to look at stuff. You don't.
I love
get
this.
to
I just
look
saw
at
this stuff.
Yeah. We are gonna be going into the race. It did show a bit. This is really far off though, because this is an increment of about an hour, and this looks like it's about the 45-minute mark. Oh, but it is cloudy. But it says it's on the back half. We'll see if it increases or not for
It
us.
wouldn't be a champions race without it.
Ours updates after you guys start, so we'll see if it matches or not. But you know, I think Miller will still need he'll want to get a few more points here just to secure it for sure, just in case of penalties or anything like that. But you know, realistically, he should have secured it with that. What?
Paulo.
Oh, thanks for the follow, X 2018.
Takes me back to my days of using X as well. I was a little bit before that, but you know.
Oh, but that's with the E.
It's just a bad joke.
Yeah. You know what it's called in the UK?
Lighter fluid. And lights away.
The name
formation lap.
It's Lynx.
It's Lynx.
Yeah. And they have like all these like.
You sure it's not lighter fluid?
I mean, it is. Did you ever like spray it on your body and then light it?
Would you like?
I don't advise doing that.
Do not do that.
Don't do that.
Don't.
But
we're gonna move on from that one. Fun fact though about lighter fluids.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a thing in other countries, but Pam cooking spray.
Yeah.
The propellant in that. Do you know what it is?
Cooking spray?
Yeah, Pam cooking spray. Like it's a stuff like you
know. Oh, what propellant is it?
Yeah, what the propellant in it is.
Octane.
Propane.
Propane.
Propane or butane, one of the two.
It's probably butane.
Let me look it up real quick.
Probably butane. So it's just straight up. Yeah. That's why they
just carcinogens. Just carcinogens
that you're splitting. That's fun. It's always nice. No wonder
cancer rates in America are so high.
Oh, there's multiple reasons for that, but yeah.
Oh, there's a lot.
There is a lot. It says there's rain. It says there's rain in like 30. So that is, yeah. So it sounds like the prediction might, unless it changes.
Oh, sorry. Butane or propane.
Oh, it's either or.
One or the other.
Renzo having a bit of a moment here, coming up to the line.
So does that mean you could also light that on fire for spray? Don't do that. Again, do not do that.
Don't do yes.
Only hypotheticals.
It's not. Don't do that. It's stupid.
Just add a little red 40 in there, and next thing you know, you'll have lung cancer and stomach cancer.
Dude, there's so many things that have red.
Not in other countries, it's banned.
It should be. As it should.
As it should.
Alright, here we go.
And lights away.
Lights out. And Luke here looks like he gets past him with that advantage.
Good start. Pang into third. I'm liking
Renzo
that.
now in second. Pangil in third. Limp going all the way up into fourth there with Jonas in fifth. And Miller is going to be looking to get that position back here. Oh, wait. No, you didn't even. Oh, and a huge crash.
Ooh, who was that?
That was Landon. I don't know what happened, but we have somebody side by side here. Oh, it's Pang and Limp. And Limp is having a hard time. Nobody is letting him through.
Do not do that. Everyone else.
Well, he's a scientist. But yeah.
He is a scientist, so he's doing it under a ventilated
hood. I'm hoping you're doing it through a ventilated hood and you're not actually consuming much of it. It's hopefully zero of it, but yeah. So Pangio still holding that position
with the purple sector there.
Being able to get in front of Renzo there at the start is benefiting greatly. And Pangil here, looking for a fight. He wants more than just P3. He's looking for P2, maybe even P1.
No, he's looking for P1.
Everybody's looking for P1.
He's looking for P1, he'll settle for P2.
Definitely.
But P3, he wants that.
Yeah. Miller here, right on the back of Limp here. Limp has been showing really good pace here, but this is definitely not a track that he's the most comfortable. I've seen him dominate through other tracks. This does not seem to fit his driving preference as much.
Fins out.
And fins out. Let's see if it triggers anything. He does it through turn 1. Or not turn 1, turn 5,
I'm gonna real quick.
Yes.
Boop.
That's fine.
See how he's doing.
He's
just chilling.
Wait, it looked like he lost a wing, but it doesn't look like. Oh, it's probably the game.
That's there.
It's just the game. No, but I'm meaning he might not have it. It's just the game not showing it. Wait, what happened here? They're all together. This is nice to see. So Renzo right on the back of Luke here, Pangil right on the back of him, and it looks like Limp and Miller here fighting. And he gets a really good run, and we have 3 wide in the back. Look at that. Oh, going through. They're still
close ass race.
Side by side, but it looks like Limp might actually prevail, and he does, and Pangil loses that position, and he's gonna lose another. It looks like Miller.
Ooh, and Miller.
Oh, and they're still fighting. He's still on the side. Pangil does not want to lose this position. He's hoping.
Oh, that's good racing. That's good racing.
He's not able to do it though. He's not able to do it.
Keep it tidy.
Because Limp was on the outside through that braking zone. He had to brake a little bit earlier than Miller, which caused him to lose that position.
This whole front pack, like 6 and up.
Oh, and look at that little. And now he's being attacked. Oh man, Pangil is being attacked right now.
Vicious.
And it's not that he hasn't been doing good defending. It's just all these drivers are very.
Jonas trying to find.
They're all very matched in pace right now. But Miller with the medium compounds should be trying to push through here, and all the others taking the hards because they are expecting rain near the midpoint of this race, which means you would only have to take 1 pit stop, where Miller might be looking into taking a second pit stop. So taking tires going on to maybe softs or a second medium, and then
we have plenty of race left. 32 laps.
That's assuming the rain comes down. Everybody's playing the game of when the rain comes down.
Is that here?
Yeah, it looks, I would say around. Oh yeah, it's actually going up. So in about 15 minutes, I would say the rain will be seriously coming down. But for them, it might already be coming. No, it's not. Sometimes you can see like the little drizzle, but it doesn't even look like it's drizzling yet. But we did have Pang actually lose the position. Oh, nope, they're actually still fighting it right now. Pangil does lose it now, though, to Jonas. And with that, is now in T6.
T6.
Not a bad spot, but it's definitely not where he wants to be. Miller now, though, is right on the back of Limp. And even though Limp has most likely not won the championship, this is a pride thing. You gotta make sure you still beat Miller. Beat Miller.
I want him to beat Miller.
You know, and at least you win something through the day. But Miller here with the softer compounds is most likely gonna pass him here. But we'll see how the weather pans out.
Let's hope these boys practice for the rain.
And yeah, so the rain should be coming down. And Limp will have DRS as well because of the drivers in front of him. And it looks like this is what we've been seeing all season. It's usually been the other way around, with Renzo and Luke usually behind Limp and Miller. But they've all been so close together.
Nice to see a change of pace a little bit.
It's hard. I don't know which one is going to pass which. But Limp making it a very difficult situation for Miller, who's on those mediums. And oh my gosh, this pack has gotten so tight now. They're all so close.
Right on each other's asses.
Yeah.
The thing, okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The thing that blows my mind is how close Miller can race behind people.
Yeah.
Every now and then he kind of bumps them.
Limp can do the same. They both can. They both can race really close.
I don't get how they do it.
They're really skilled.
I know.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
They're very high skilled.
Really feel the illumination of my mind there. Wow.
And Miller going on the outside here, but Limp is not letting any of this happen. And it looks like Miller might actually have given up on trying to pass. And man, I'm just missing both of these drivers pass each other. They're kind of just taking turns. Who's in front? You know?
Who's in first?
Well, they're in. Who's in fifth?
No, it's the, no one gets
the side by side by Renzo and Luke here. Renzo with the inside. Oh, this is a perfect view for this. Luke goes a little bit wide there to protect, and Renzo finishes the pass. But with that, it looked like Limp almost went into the back of Luke, but obviously they're all respectful.
This is a good
This is a really good one. Do not stop this camera with this fighting.
Just don't move. Take your hand off that.
Come on. All right, it looks like... Oh, I like this one. That's like a really... That's how most of the shots would be. There's too many like really close, and I just saw raindrops.
Drop top.
Like literally one single raindrop. So it's not raining or anything. What happened? Wait, what happened? I'm not tripping, right? Like the other two drivers just disappeared. Well, no. We still want to be up there. What are you doing? The number 1 and 2 are fighting right now. They're side by side here again. Luke goes wide to avoid incident there again. Renzo here blinking. Not sure what happened with Miller and Limp, but yeah. That was... We could have saw if there's contact, but that's okay.
Where are we going?
All right, now it looks like... Oh, I was looking at statics to see if there's... Yeah, there's not even contact for them, so I don't know what happened there. But with that, Pangil is now in third again. Jonas in fourth, with Limp and Miller now dropping all the way back to fifth and sixth. So still together, still driving together, and Landon all the way up to seventh again. I know this mid pack has been fighting, and I'm sorry like we haven't been watching it. But this front pack has also been fighting, and that is why. And Jonas now on the defense from Limp. It looks like Luke has kind of given up on that fighting him for a position at the moment. Pangil, we missed it. Oh, and a safety car was triggered.
A full safety
again. Another safety. Oh, I see why.
Ooh, yeah, no front
He's the guy has no front wing.
It's okay. It reduces his downforce. It makes him go faster.
Yeah, a little bit. He has a little bit more tops, but not really. It reduces downforce and reduces drag. With how complicated these cars are, I bet it's not that much different.
I don't know. I feel like it would be a good bit though.
It isn't. It isn't.
For anyone who, well, you know more about.
I mean, it is because of frontal area.
Yeah.
So the frontal area is definitely reduced.
Well, but I wonder how it affects.
But they sculpt them so that the air goes specifically towards certain things.
No, that's what I'm gonna say with
increased
the channeling
downforce,
of the air.
reducing drag, stagnant drag.
I don't know.
So it's hard to really know exactly what it does. But with this safety car, we actually have Jonas reacting to this, and he comes in.
Limp in, Miller in.
Oh wait, they react as well with Limp and Miller going in as well. And Landon stays out. He'd prefer to have the position. And we have Pangil going in. Oh, and they're actually they're triggering out to inters. So they're... Oh, but Miller actually goes on to hearts. Is this too early to go on to inters? This happened last race here in Brazil.
I think it's too early.
But so the thing is Renzo went onto the inters. It looked weird, but then it started raining, and he ended up really far up. Let's look at the stats again. The rain is only at 24%. 5 minutes is 30%.
10 minutes is 42, 15, 52, and then at 30, it's gonna say it's coming down 79% rain.
Yeah, I definitely say in 5 minutes it's definitely gonna be ready for inters. But
I don't even see anything coming down.
Miller going onto the hards is an interesting choice because, like, the rain is gonna come down. So why did he not just go onto softs to just extend that out?
Maybe he doesn't think it's gonna rain.
I mean, that's not what the forecast is. The forecast says it's drizzling right now. You want to go into the HUD real quick? Oh, shoot.
Is that supposed to be
Some
water
decent.
droplets?
Yeah, it's water. It's a little bit of
That
water.
doesn't look right though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It is a little bit. But because the track is so warm, it's just like evaporating.
I was just gonna say, what is up with these graphics though?
What?
Just this game.
Oh yeah, the
EA.
game.
It's just
It
the
looks.
new game's almost out. As we've had this discussion before, we
the
think
drop
we have a
was
theory that EA has abandoned like support and development for this game, and they're just focusing on getting the next one out. We're hoping that's also true.
I didn't get mega desynced yesterday's race at all.
No, not at all.
And then couldn't get back
No, it was
into the
totally fine.
non-desynced.
It was
version.
totally fine. It worked out extremely well.
Jeez. It's taking a hot minute.
Oh, Landon, on this full safety car, how do we feel about the King's coronation now? Were you excited? What's the general consensus over there across the pond? It was just all over my social media stuff this morning, which is why I was curious. Yeah,
I know.
it's interesting, but it's like
It is and it isn't.
it's not. The pomp and circumstances is fun, but you know, isn't it like 100 million pounds? I think for his coronation. I don't know. I saw this thing. There was people camping out like 3 days before it, like on Wednesday.
It's kind of weird.
That's wild.
As a person of a opposite of colonized, I don't really care about seeing countries.
Yeah, that's true. That's understandable.
And there's a lot of us.
Well, you know,
There's a lot of us out there.
Britain is responsible for 65 countries' independence days, and there are only 180 countries in the world, so that's a third of them, which is kind of a lot.
Yeah. Which is funny because the U.S. is one of them. But the U.S. has one too with the Philippines.
Yep.
So, the irony.
You know,
Or I guess that's more...
the more you learn about history, the more you realize humans just kind of suck.
Yeah.
That's what I've gotten out of it.
And history definitely repeats itself.
Oh, yes it does.
And we have more drivers going into the pits, which means this safety car is becoming increasingly longer.
A less politically motivated line of thought, but also related to British-American relations. You haven't seen this, but on like social media and TikTok, there's this whole thing about British like Chinese takeaway and like what it is and stuff, which I find wildly hysterical because they'll get like salt and pepper chips, like French fries, which is really funny to me, and then like curry. And sweet and sour sauce, and then I don't know. It's this whole thing.
How it's
going
so
around.
like
It's just really
together.
funny. Well, because it's just this whole thing of like Americans being like, that's not Chinese takeaway, but like American Chinese food is just not Chinese food. So they're just like regionalized versions of a different set of dishes.
I mean, that's the one thing I've learned definitely is that everything is very regional. Like when you go to other places and they go, this is American food, you're like, is it? Is it?
This is pizza. Is it pizza? What do you mean? Chicken bacon ranch pizzas aren't actually pizzas?
But luckily, the safety car is finally coming in after
Yeah, so I guess there is
a
water
short break.
going down then.
Oh yeah, it was definitely
It's just weird to me. I don't know. It just doesn't look right.
It definitely they could work on that. But now you can definitely
Now I
see
can
it.
see it.
You can definitely see it.
I hope those hards pay off for the front four. I don't
It's
think they will.
100% not going to. They spent so much time under safety car on.
They're already screwed.
The track is
Now what?
pretty wet, but you can see. So the rule of thumb is if you don't see track lines, you should be okay. Also, another indicator is DRS has not been disabled, at least that I know of. But it should be shortly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's very shortly. So it does look like they actually have the pace. These front runners are gapping away from the inters at the moment, and you can even see Fapa with a huge gain all the way up to 5th now from it. Pangil on these softs will be looking for it as well. And did Miller have a huge jump on that restart? Because wasn't he behind Pangil, or did he end up? Oh, he ended up in front of him because of a wing jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pangil ended up from that crash. Oh, it looks like Landon here right on the back of Luke. He's actually done a really good recovery drive from after like almost DNFing in the beginning of this race.
Yeah, no,
huge
I'm
crash.
actually really happy to see Landon back up in 3rd. Well done. Well done. Look at that. 12 positions up. After a really rough sprint and then a rough start.
I do really like seeing Miller and Luke do well. But I would love to see Renzo, Luke, or Landon win this race.
So I'm not going to lie. If Renzo, Luke, and Landon took 1, 2, 3 in any order, I would be thrilled.
I would be too.
I would actually. That is honestly my preferred outcome of this race. Yeah. Sorry, Miller. Sorry, Lim. You guys have been doing great all season. Well done. Kudos to you. I hope you do well too. However,
their dominance has been. It's been nice. It's nice to see.
It's been consistently dominant.
It's nice to see other drivers showing promise for next season. I think any of these 3 drivers could be strong this season.
Well, I think they were strong this season too. I think
they were. They just weren't as consistent.
Yeah, and like I mean, there's also life and being able to show up to all the races, and you know.
Yeah, and I think
we're not on $1 million contracts.
What? Wait, you're not getting paid? Do it the other way.
You're not getting paid. Unfortunately, my income only comes from my job.
Yeah, it looks like Hill there is fighting against Jonas, who is also on Inters. And has the crossover happened yet? Let's go look at the times now that we've done a few times. And let's look at these Inter drivers. They're doing equivalent times, so that's positive. And DRS is, wait. Oh yeah, because they were safety car resets.
But I think we're starting to see these patches on the track of the water. The water
the streak lines. No, but you see the race line is the only one that's important.
Well, yeah.
So the race line, there's still not the race line is still dry.
Yes.
And it looks like, oh, Landon takes a 3-second penalty, and that is gonna hurt him late into this race. So I think around maybe lap 18, we'll check it. Look at some of to see if anybody else catches one before. But with that, he desperately needs to get past these drivers now. That's a fact.
Fact. One of my favorite things about the California accent is that we drop our T's.
Yeah.
Random note.
And then we make fun of other people for
how they do this
too.
But my favorite thing is like the surfer dude.
Oh wait, what happened? Papa's computer probably exploded. You remember that one time where he was like, "My computer's he had to get off because it was too hot, his PlayStation." And then he came back in it and still was able to get a few points.
Well done, Papa.
Yeah. Miller has the fastest lap. I don't know when he did that, but he did get it. And he might be held because as we go further and further into this, he's most likely not gonna. He said he had to go after the sprint. Okay, so it would have been nice if he retired his car though.
Yeah, guys, when you're doing that, make sure to retire your car in the pits so that it's not an AI out there. Artificial intelligence.
We have your Landon cannot get. Luke has done a really good job at defending today. Like he's defended. I think Renzo's the only driver that's really gotten past him when he's been defending.
I mean, I've enjoyed seeing Renzo in the front though.
But as we can see, with all these cars getting really close, I think it was a bit too early for these inters.
I do too. Because look at where all the inters are.
So it is matching. Oh no, it's not matching. The first inter is actually doing 114 or 113, and they're still doing 111s, 112s.
Yeah.
So they're not meeting that.
So I was right.
I mean, I expect. Oh, what happened?
We went wide.
What is going on?
Landon went wide.
Landon went wide, causes a lot of problems, and Pangil actually gets the worst of it. It's like when you
Luke up into first, Renzo into second, Limp into third.
It was like when you do the short stick thing, and he grabbed the short stick. Yeah. Like it wasn't his fault at all. It just things were happening, and then he kind of got caught in it. It's like, oh no.
Not about the size of the stick in the dog's mouth. It's about what he can do with it. Weaponize it.
It's probably some TikTok thing.
No, it's just me being crazy.
Jonas takes a penalty. Oof.
I don't know. It's like when those dogs have those giant sticks and they're like really little and like, you know, throwing their heads around.
And we can see even Paul now. Paul is right on the back of Jonas, and he's gonna be looking to pass him. And yeah, all the inter drivers that are in the back. So yeah. But if anybody in the poll said yes, there is gonna be rain, you were right.
It's a championship series race.
It is
It's gonna be
championship
rain.
series.
I don't know
You know,
why.
I gotta figure out that
I've
stat.
never seen.
It's got to be like
this
80%.
many- It was like most of the races.
It-
The majority.
If I check the Champion Series Season 1, I wonder, I gotta do that one too and see what that one was, but I feel like in this one, it was just super.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was most of the races.
It really, I mean, in Brazil, it makes sense. I really wish they would do realistic percentages. Yes, we can get a penalty. We have Renzo with a 3, so that's bad. He's gonna drop out.
matter.
Oh, and he almost loses it there. Woo, getting a little bit wet out there.
Lost the
Maybe
position to Miller.
does lose the position. Miller benefits from that mistake, but Limp now here on the attack onto Luke, and this might be it.
I see you, Alfa Romeo. Just get it done.
Can Limp?
You guys got that?
Can Limp get like that? You know, you win but you lose kind of thing. Let's, you know, but it's too early to tell. Luke, we've seen show really good defense. He could possibly hold it all the way to the end. Did really good against Limp defending it. But the one difference between what Luke is doing defending here than before was he also had DRS.
Yeah.
So that's also
Because it's been disabled already, right?
I don't know if it's been disabled.
actually. Or can we? Is that under stats?
If it disabled it,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
the DRS enabled, so we saw that one.
But we didn't
That's
see
up here.
disabled, which that's the one.
So I don't see it disabled yet.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
A lot of warnings for people. Though.
Yeah, everybody's taking their penalties right now. You can see it. Oh, look at that. 2 in a row. So everybody's taking their penalties.
Like here, Jonas, Paul, and Renzo.
Ooh,
Jonas,
somebody gets a
Payne,
stop-go
Landon,
penalty for speeding in the
Hill,
pits.
Hill,
Kumar actually DNF'd.
Tony retired.
And that is it for his race.
I see you all moving up
And
in
we
the
kept
ninth.
Paul going in front of Drew Blank.
What'd you say?
Paul going in front of Jonas, but he actually Paul went all the way up to 7th. What happened there?
It's the softs.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold up, wait
Yeah.
a minute, Mr. Postman.
Okay, I don't know if Paul was there the whole time, but he wasn't near Jonas. Maybe Jonas dropped back is actually what happened. But Luke here reacting and is gonna be going on. He has to be going in the inters at this point, right?
The only
It's
thing that makes sense to me.
48%. Like that's high, and you can see that all those cars. There's gonna be a lot of other
mediums. What's going on to mediums? I will respectfully disagree with that decision, but I am not a racer, so I look forward to being proven wrong if that's the case.
We'll see what happens. But with that, Limp has fresh air, but Miller right on the back of him. So because Miller's already won the championship, if he fights this hard enough, he could potentially help Luke. Expecting it not to actually go full inters in this race.
In 15 minutes though, it's 77%.
It says it's gonna be 77. Yeah. That's why I'm kind of confused. I'm surprised that they're still racing
as well as they are.
so well
Yeah,
with it being so wet. It's like
Well,
50%.
I agree.
But you see like the racing line, it's so dry. It's like bone dry. Oh, Miller going really wide there and just finishes that pass. Oh, he has mediums too on. Or no, never mind. He has hards.
Yeah, Miller has hards, Limp has
Oh,
medium.
but he might be crossover because Limp has not pit. Yeah, no, he did pit. He did pit. Yeah, he did pit. He pit with them. Limp pit actually twice. Apparently, I didn't even see the other pit. I don't even remember when he pit that second, but he did it. But we have now Miller leading the Grand Prix with Limp in 2nd, Landon in 3rd, Renzo in 4th, Van Giel in 5th, Paul doing really good job getting in 6th, Luke going
DRS
all the way
is
up
now
to 7th.
disabled.
And I don't know if Luke had a thing where he just thought the intros were going to go on or something, but I don't think he's on the right.
I don't think Luke is on the
I think Luke will have to take another hit. And you can see it here. Paul is struggling. Like, this is it. These guys are... I'm expecting a lot of these guys to go in.
Well, the Wizard gaming computer gods have decided that it is too wet for DRS to continue. So
It did, but all these drivers are not going in.
I mean, I guess like you were saying, the racing line's dry, so maybe the grip's still there.
The racing line is dry. That's the weird part. It's very wet. Like, it's clearly raining, and it's raining decent. It's California raining, that's for sure.
Hey,
Like, that's we call that rain.
righteous. Oh, honestly, okay, morning commute with this kind of rain, immediate traffic, idiots not knowing how to drive, definitely a car.
Even though it's not that
It's like when you're in the South and there's like an inch of rain and then all the Midwesterners are like, you guys don't know how to drive. But you know what they don't realize is everything's flat out there. So when
very
it's
flat.
snowy in like other places that aren't flat, no, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've seen those
If San
videos.
Francisco gets icy, none of the cars are going anywhere.
No, dude, I've driven a stick there, and it is brutal.
One of my old neighbors told me about how he learned how to drive stick in San Francisco, and I'm like, that sounds absolutely awful.
Your clutch must have been like doing extra work. is all.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing
right
the
there.
Lord's work. Pangil comes out onto the inters there, and is right behind Hill, who's on inters. We had something happened to Lim while we were talking, and Landon's out in second somehow.
You know, we're just trying. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying not to curse anyone.
Yeah.
So I'm.
So here's a nice little note. Landon and Renzo have both not pit. They still haven't pit. They're doing this thing called I'm waiting till the last second to pit onto these wets.
Well, look at that. 13 positions up for Landon. Well done, sir. Well done.
I will say one thing. If it actually does, it
We
never
said many
gets.
things today.
We have said too many things.
Say another thing.
If it never actually gets wet on the racing line, then we are going to be like, oh, Luke's a genius.
I mean, he might be. He's up into 5th now.
It's still dry.
Dry enough.
Like, I don't know if the track was so bone dry that like it at first had to absorb the water before it took any. But
You know, here's my thing. It's
Oh,
like
man.
it's like when I'm backseat driving. You know.
yeah,
You're like, you know, I got all the correct opinions in the world, but I'm not actually doing anything.
yeah, we did miss the pass from Pang on Hill, so sorry about that, guys. And we have Renzo here still on the back of Landon, who's trying to catch up to Miller, who's been setting a pretty good gap.
Yeah, he's about
And
2.5
with all the
seconds.
stuff that's happened to Landon, I'm still
Remarkable
baffled that he's
drive.
way up there.
He's a good driver.
Yeah.
It's I want to see him. I want to see him around more.
It's one of those things where he was been racing hard, making a
he's
mistake,
driving.
and then he racing hard. That guy is 100% sweating in his seat right now.
Probably.
Like it's definitely a you have to shower after this race kind of pushing. And Paul goes in. Okay, so this is a good indicator. Okay, he's going on inters. Okay, so I think it is going to be an inter race. So not sure what Luke. Maybe Luke didn't want to go on inters yet.
I mean, 1
But-
through 5 all on slicks.
They are, but Pangil is going to be our gauge because
Let's look at the timing table.
Pangil is our front runner of the rest, and he's doing equivalent times to them. And oh no, that you saw that twitch. It is definitely getting there. Don't they stay
The
out?
rain's coming down more.
They stay out for another lap. And we have the switching
I bet
of the cars
he's
here.
waiting till Miller pits.
And Limp takes it. Renzo being one of the better, like Luke. One thing I would say, gotta stop saying that because I've said too many of those. Renzo and Luke have been really good teammates for their
For each other.
for Miller and Limp.
Limp is
Like
like
they've just the stuff they've done for each other and actually helped affect the race without affecting the race.
I think
has been-
the Ferrari McLaren team dynamics have been the most
yes, it's
impressive.
been really nice.
They've both consistently, each team's racers has consistently showed up to the races,
Yep.
and also have been able to work together, which has been cool. And I want to say they've been they practice together a lot.
It's like somebody's having a moment.
I'm having a moment.
And I've enjoyed that there's always kind of been that one extra person, the oddball, you know, the fifth wheel. To
I
kind
would
of,
include the third wheel.
yeah. Well, there's the fifth in this one. So, but we have here Landon now losing, man, Miller has really kept that gap pretty big here.
I mean, he's kept it consistently about 2.5.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like heading towards 3 seconds.
Don't know what's happening with Renzo. His tire. Oh, he hasn't pit. So his tires
are
gone.
probably
it's gone. How have they not pit still?
Talent.
Are they just? Is this one of those things where they can't see how good we can see? Right?
They're just that good.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna go on to inters eventually, you should just
do it now.
If you're using us for advantage, if we are your engineer, pit now. I'm just kidding.
Well, if we're your engineers, we'll put it this way. It's currently 62%, but in 5 minutes it's going to be 72%, and then 82, and then 87.
I can't believe how dry the racing line is there. That is but some of the most impressive things. Like, look at it. It's like, it almost looks bone dry still.
Ayrton's watching over them, man.
He is. This has been, it got to be the highest I've seen this percentage without it having, like, I've seen them go on to wets at like 40%. Or not wets, but inters at like 40. Okay. He goes in, Limp stays out. He does the opposite. That was very Mercedes.
Come on, Landon.
That was very Mercedes Ferrari esque right there. Do the opposite. Goes on to the inters. Renzo also comes in, goes on to the mediums.
Is that an accident?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm very confused with the strategy.
This is such a good. But so the thing is,
we're gonna have to talk to some of these racers.
The racing line.
Just find out what was going on.
The racing line is still dry. That's all I know. The racing line is still dry, and it's just making me. It's driving me crazy that it's still dry.
I mean, it's noticeable. You can see it.
It's noticeably dry. Like, you don't even see track marks from them still. Even off the line isn't very damp. Like, it's. So we have Landon here on, and it looks like Panguil actually gets in front of Landon.
I see you, Pang.
And Limp has a moment there. Has a wow. It might be wet.
I think it's wet. I think it's
and Miller actually responds here. And Luke is actually far enough behind his teammate that he can go into the pits
as well
and still not
come on. Let's see some inters.
And it's inters. Okay, so Luke is coming in as well, but sadly that means he's gonna end up.
Why?
Luke just got gifted.
But why? Why is there a safety car?
That is why is there one? But Luke is going to benefit so much from this because he was coming in. He was actually going to lose a few spots. I have no idea why this safety car was triggered.
I don't even see anything.
I mean, this is F1. So anything could have happened.
Everything is awesome.
As you can see, even though Luke took that other pit, he still ends up in front of Renzo and you know what we should do? Go to penalties. We should go to penalties right now.
Hang 3 seconds.
Hang, Landon both have penalties. Luke actually doesn't. That's crucial.
Let's go, Luke.
And we have Renzo also has a penalty. Limp doesn't.
The pits. I think
everybody's going
to
the pits.
The inters now.
Papa gets caught out. Did he go into the pits and ended up on hards on accident?
Awesome.
No, he's still out there. And he's not. He might barely get collected. He might be able to still pit and not lose too many spots. It's definitely enters now, especially because they stopped.
So then Fopper's the only
running
one who's staying out so far.
Yeah, but because they stopped really taking
what is that?
Heavy laps.
Oh, he's ghosted.
Oh yeah, he's the fake one.
He left. That's right. That's right. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, I forgot about that too.
That's okay. That's why we looked. I was confused.
It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Does anyone know why there's a safety car? We missed that. Can someone?
I don't.
Yo, the AI went on to softs.
Did he? Is Hulk also a bot? I thought he was regular. Or you mean?
Oh, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Foppo went on to hards.
Foppa's still on.
You're
hards.
gonna have to. don't need that one. I don't.
No,
Oh,
he's there.
Yeah, no, I know he's there. I just misspoke.
I don't know. He should really come in again.
Let me know how that goes. I hope it goes well.
So the longer this takes to actually start up again, it's gonna benefit drivers like
Sorry.
it's
So how's your day going?
it's going good. Oh yeah, the penalties. So yeah, the thing about this is the longer the safety car stays out, the more these penalties are gonna hurt these drivers. Because these penalties, it's 3 for Pang, 3 for Landon, and 3 for Renzo. Like that drops you so far down. So this is really good for a driver like Luke, has been avoiding it. And let's also look at these warnings, right? So we can actually see here, Luke has 0 warnings. That is very good for a driver like him. He can actually still push pretty hard and not have to worry too much. Miller has 1 warning. And yeah, a few of the drivers are close to getting a penalty. So we'll see.
Aww.
Alex picking up 10 penalties.
Do you know what this says?
It says, I
love you, Hope.
Oh.
Or I like you. It could be wrong. I don't know. I use Bing's AI to translate that.
His name's Trill, so it could just be Hulk himself.
But that's okay. Self-love is important.
As we mentioned earlier in the thing,
about,
yeah. Should take yourself out for dates.
How the hell are you gonna love anybody else if you can't love yourself?
That is a very true statement, actually.
Spun through the wrong right after the first year. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, with those 10 seconds of penalties, you still have a chance. It's just me. That's just me.
Snarky, sir. That's uncalled for.
Hey, Jonas has 13. Why does he start? Jonas has 13.
Yeah, so
he got 10 for going off.
Asked earlier about spinning.
Oh, did he get a 10 for
spinning? Yeah, so I don't know if that'll stick.
That could probably get removed.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll stick.
Definitely put an incident report for that. If it gave you like a.
If it's
he probably.
If
you know
it's
what
a
he did?
BS one, we'll take.
Especially on how some of these tracks or turns are set up. He probably lost it, went off track on the ground, and then ended up on the track again.
That's awesome.
On the other side.
Safety car.
Oh, safety car's already coming in. Oh, I mean, there's only 7 laps, and we have ourselves a sprint in the sprint.
A sprint after the sprint in the sprint race.
The sprint also had like a last lap sprint. Also, yeah. See what happens here. Pangil and Landon here, man. Those penalties, they might bite them in the tuchus at the end of this. But we have it going off. Miller already off, taking a really good jump, and Landon looks like he's catching Pangil off guard. And comes in through there, already passes them, and it looks like Pangil loses that spot. That was a really good jump from Landon, taking the position from him, and it looks like Renzo will most likely concede the position from his teammate yet again, or he might just hold it this time, seeing as he has to get past some of these drivers first. And we have Luke now here, right on the back of Pangil. Will be looking to try to pass him as quick as he can. But with the rain coming down, and now you could see the track marks.
The track is wet.
He will want to get past him because the longer he stays behind him, the worse. And Renzo takes another one.
Rough day.
So
Miller, Landon, Pang, 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for. I like what I'm seeing.
I wouldn't mind a mechanical failure for Miller. I mean,
what? What?
But
We'll just all plug.
It's just me. You don't even need to.
Just flip the breaker.
Turn on his.
Just unplug his computer.
Turn on his space heater.
Turn on his space heater. The power will go out.
I like when he's like, I don't know why it did it. It's like you turning on a space heater, bro.
It's just I'm gaming, he's gaming, and then he has a space heater on, and it's like, well, yeah, that's a lot on one right.
And the space heater will use up an insane amount to like very little. Can't really gauge it. But here we go. Luke is actually being attacked by Renzo. So Renzo is like 6 seconds. I can make that time up.
Not giving up.
But they're still fighting it through there.
From Luke.
Ooh, barely. That was good.
Sketchy.
That was some was a good pass there. That's a driver that drives in the wet right there, coming through the outside on that and still kept holding it. We have Jonas there right on the back of the hill. We have Limp here. He's not been able to. I don't think this is it's definitely it's odd to see him not do this like as strong as he normally does. Yeah. But that's just because we're so used to him being so strong in every track.
Like dominantly strong, yeah.
But we've seen it a few times with Miller as well, where he hasn't had tracks that have been he hasn't been too dominant on.
Sorry. Sorry.
It was like dropping something and saying sorry, and then just keep doing it.
Wasn't on purpose. Ooh, landing with it. I can hang it up in a second.
They take 3 seconds, 6 seconds. Is Luke still technically in second?
Luke and Whip are still in.
But we have here Landon actually catching up here. And here comes the question. Does Miller fight this to help his teammate get second still here? By keeping the pack together. That's a gameplay that might happen. I'm not sure. But with all these penalties, yeah, it just looks like it's getting wetter and wetter.
It is just getting wetter.
But let's see, is there any fighting? It looks like Limp actually getting past Luke there. And just like that, it looks like Luke loses the position to Limp. And Limp now, I think if you calculate all these up, he is in P2 right now. Barely. Barely. Maybe not. No. He has one there and another one. No, he's not in P2. He's in P3-ish. So he'll have to push forward now that he's past Luke. So as we say that, it would be funny if Limp still ends up in second here, huh?
If he did, honestly.
Yeah. It's more of like just seeing him in like fifth is weird.
It is.
It is weird. But it does not mean that he hasn't been driving really fast. But we can see here Luke here fighting it off, which is just gonna keep making their gap between him and his teammate bigger and bigger. And the guys in front with those 3-second penalties feel a lot better, I bet, with this fight back here. They can't see at all, but the fight back here causing drivers to lose time. And look at that. Limp's gap between him and Renzo is now 2 seconds. Oof. So he's definitely been getting bigger and bigger here. But with this fight, it looks like Miller might just hold this to the end. And we'll just have a dominant. Oh no, he didn't win in that one. It was Renzo that won the sprint. But, you know, in the race, he was pretty dominant. He was pretty good. Pretty good. I think he jostled around pretty properly, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, sorry. Every time I try to move, it changes. People keep changing positions. But we have here Luke and Limp here still fighting it out. These guys do not want to give up this position. They want that 4th position right now really badly. But if they keep fighting here, Renzo has the possibility of actually keeping his position. Because they keep fighting it out. That gap has now gone all the way up to almost 4 seconds.
Yeah. That's fierce contention back there.
And all right, Luke's still there, and Landon now here really close. I do want to keep an eye on the guys in the back, and you keep your fingers on the thing just to quickly go to 6 if you need to. But it looks like I didn't say move. Oh, and Landon takes another one, but that's Pang now. As long as he stays behind him, we'll get second. But let's do a poll now.
I see you, Pang. Don't know you. That's my purse. Have you seen that one?
You gotta stop telling. Yes, give me that. The answer is no, regardless.
That's my purse. I don't know you. I'll give you a hint. Damn it, Bobby.
Is that from that?
King of the Hill? Yeah. Because it's
Luke drops all the way back down at the... Can you get over there? Oh my god, 4-way battle. All this battling has brought Jonas back into it. And this is actually a fight that's important too,
Jonas
because...
16 seconds.
Oh man.
Jonas isn't quite in it.
I mean, he was. He's in it. He's in it to win it.
In it to
But
win
there is a
it.
poll for driver of the day.
Tell us what you think.
Wow, Jonas really pushing. He's like 16 seconds. That's not too hard. And we know Jonas to be a really good, really fast wet driver. So
He is
not
a really
surprised
fast
that his pace has been really good in
I
this
don't
wet.
get how people are. I don't understand how people are good in the rain.
One thing I've noticed, a lot of them are from rainy countries, which is weird because you're like, how is that? That doesn't translate, but it does.
I mean,
apparently.
real driving
yeah.
to sim driving. I feel like it.
You know,
translates.
places where it is the weather's worse, they do technically have harder.
Is it worse or is it
driving.
just different?
It's worse.
Is it? I like
It
rain.
is.
like rain.
Like all those.
Have you seen how
northern
pretty like
states?
Scotland and Ireland and
That doesn't mean it's not.
they're so green?
Yeah, but I'm not.
pretty.
I'm talking about like Sweden, Finland,
Ugh.
Norway,
Keep talking
Netherlands,
like that.
all those
Scandinavia.
places. Like all those places
I
are
would
harder to
love
drive.
to live there.
Oh, and Jonas, as we speak, and there he goes,
Massive spin.
just a little bit too close to the sun. Well, I guess there wasn't.
Icarus
I guess there wasn't enough sun.
Not quite enough sun.
He was pushing. That was definitely like there was the option to bring the pedal out, and then he just left it.
It's like,
He's like, nah. But we have here. You can see the top four all right
Landon
there
up
together.
in one.
Oh,
Miller in fourth.
and Landon actually
Landon in
coming there.
second.
And Pangil should take this, but Landon comes across first. But Pangil takes the win in Brazil. Renzo takes
Everton coming
third.
across the line.
Miller is actually going to take fourth and fastest lap, with Limp coming in close into fifth. Luke coming in sixth. Papa seventh. Hill in eighth. Paul in ninth. Jonas takes 10th. Actually DNF, so but I think he still gets it. And Pangil gets his first race win in Champions.
I see you, Pang. I see you, Pang.
Wow.
That was an exciting finish.
Should we penalize Miller even harder
I think we
for
should.
that?
I
For
think we should
sandbagging there?
put Miller all the way back into 10.
Yeah.
Honestly. Here, let's see something. Can
For-
you
for all
go
that-
to here?
For all that sandbagging he just did.
And then I want to see his status.
I don't think it shows properly at the end of the ring. Oh no, he did say he has full. Well, he could have gotten full easy because he just spent a lot of time. And Landon takes the driver of the day from the game. That's not a surprise. He almost went last to first.
Dang.
That one penalty, that one warning, if he can find a way to get rid
Oh,
of it.
look it up. Look at that
But
guy.
Pangil here gets the win in Sao Paulo, and he does it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Give it to him.
gosh.
Give it to him.
Give it to him. What a fantastic drive from both Landon and Pang. With Renzo taking
Well
the
done.
last position there.
Well done.
And these were the three that we were like, if we see them up there, I
I'll
don't
see you
care what
later.
order, but I'm happy to see them up there. And that did happen. With Pangil just taking that race win right from
Gotta love the guy.
Landon.
Cross, Ellie.
Yeah.
That was good. That's good. I am quite pleased, honestly, actually, with the
Same.
results of this race.
All right, do you think it's gonna let me? Yes, it did. It did. I don't need to do these anymore, but
That it's a habit that you enjoy.
it's nice to visually have, so I don't have to look through the other one
See
right
the
now.
stuff.
Yeah.
Does look prettier. Hello, Lim.
Is this the one I was in? Am I just doing it again? It's okay. We have 11 seconds. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time to get both of them. Oh no, it's not enough time. We tried. I think I got that one already. It doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Doesn't matter.
What a season.
Well, yeah, what a season. What an ending.
Season.
Miller should win this even with like penalties here and there. I think he should still end up securing.
That was a lot of fun close racing too.
There was a lot of good racing. It was hard to keep track of them. There was passes that we didn't even see. There was an
entire battle in the back.
Yeah, it was chaos back there. I saw those guys swapping positions over and over. But I did not want to miss a crucial thing happening up in the front because we had the fight for first and the fight for third happening. It was just a little bit more important to be up in front, I think, because the guys in the back were just having a fun time.
I mean, I hope everyone had a fun time today. I had a good time. I enjoyed seeing all that. I'm glad that I got to be out here for the last race. I always enjoy being on the stream, chatting it up a little bit. I think I'm probably one of the noisiest and least put together of the commentators that we have.
Okay.
But I think we have a good time together.
I think we did. And congratulations to Pangiel being the only other driver other than Miller and Limp to win a championship race or a Grand Prix race.
That's wild.
In the Champions Division.
That's wild. Come on, Miller.
How convenient.
For shit.
How convenient. When we ask you for the sandbag.
I think that might put him in 10th right there.
Yeah. He's
we'll just revoke the championship from him, disqualify him
fully
from
disqualify
the entire series.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't have that kind of power.
I mean, we have power. We can do whatever we want.
Well, you do.
I mean, oh no.
Man.
But
I mean, I'd like to.
I love that was. I'm so happy that we actually had a really good. Yes, congratulations to Miller on the championship.
He as much as I like to give him shit, he's a good racer and does well.
I want to shout out Limp. That was it was one of those things where I think there was a few things that happened for him in the middle of the season that really hurt him at the end because he was still like it was incredibly fast.
Yeah.
Through most of the race. But it did seem like the back half of the season wasn't his forte. So he definitely when we saw him taking this huge gap in the beginning, we were like, oh no, he might run away with it. It was just he was really strong tracks. But I think he still did really good through the race. And just was slowly losing it and then just had some few little incidences with that pit thing in US and all that stuff. He could have easily won it this season, which at
the end of the season was not my favorite. Yeah, I think I've talked about this before on different races and stuff about like just liking a track can make one practice way easier,
way more,
and it's just more enjoyable. So you're more likely to do it.
And driving styles,
and then just the comfort of who you're racing around, what you're racing on, and then just knowing you can get after it. Yeah. Like I don't know, not racing, especially on your least favorite tracks or just in general, your least favorite anything, not fun.
But this just sets it up. Now Limp and Miller now have one championship in their belt, and we'll see if one of them will be able to be a double champion, or
he is pretty good at Brazil, or
another surprising person. And yes, Brazil is by far one of Miller's best tracks. Like
that and Singapore. It's good.
He's close to he could esports fight, I think, with some Brazil? Of them. Maybe in the back, but not. But he's fast enough to be with those guys on that track, that particular track.
Landon, you got my vote for next year.
All right, yeah. So that's the thing too, right? Landon is definitely one that would be to watch. But drivers like Luke and Renzo have shown crazy promise, especially with this Brazil race. Like if we could get those like up to 5 drivers constantly fighting up there,
that'd be fun.
This championship could really come down to things like mistakes and consistency and just trying to avoid incidents. As driver, you might actually start seeing drivers concede positions that they normally wouldn't just because they're like, well, I prefer to take a 4th position instead of being in 3rd or possibly all the way in the back.
To rain.
I just needed not to rain. That's why I did the poll on or the prediction on if it was going to rain. Because I was like,
I've never. I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
The championship series where it's just rained so much the entire season.
It does it every time. I don't get it. The other one is like been so well, like without rain. Like the Legends division has had rain in the past few races
Here
that
and
we've
there,
done,
yeah.
but in general, theirs was always
Well, you
dry,
know why it had
and the
more
other one was
rain?
always wet.
We had more championship drivers in it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Champion Series drivers in it.
I don't know what it is about Brazil, but Brazil triggers safety cars like way too much. I don't get it. I'm like, why is there so many? But
I need it to there you go, Pang. I see you with the driver of the day. Well deserved, I think. Well earned.
yeah, and as the poll ends, and I
Absolutely.
try to find the poll one. Where the heck is the poll one? Here it is. Yep, Pang wins the driver of the day poll, which isn't a surprise with him winning the race. A little bit of sandbagging for Miller, maybe, but you know, Pang, amazing
can
race,
penalize that.
and just barely, you know, I don't remember what the warnings were, but I'd assume Landon was just one warning too many,
Probably.
and that actually cost him the win there. But it's the nature of the track. He probably could have even gotten it on like one of those stupid ones down the straight or something. You know?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's tough too. You're pushing it at
happens.
the end. It's wet. You know, you're trying to get as much as you can in the last race. I get it. Pang, we're happy for you too with the podium. We're very happy about that.
You're happy for the podium, but are you happy for your win?
Yeah.
Your championship
Got that
win.
Dub, the last race of the season.
Hey, you are one of only 4 drivers who have won in the champions division.
Just kind of wild.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's 24 races. And there's only been 4 drivers that have won.
I mean,
there's been a lot of podium drivers though.
Yeah, I mean the second and
decent
third
amount of podiums
moved around a bit, but in terms of the front runner, it is.
Yeah, I think Jonas consistently was getting like thirds a bunch and stuff like that. But I'm happy with this.
We'll dabbing it up.
Yeah, that was a good one, Pang. Good race. I think your strategy it worked out.
It worked.
Everything you did.
I mean, clearly it worked.
Yeah.
Oh, the race I did yesterday. Yeah, no, that's kind of one of the things that I do like about having back-to-back races from one day to the next is the races who are
kind of test.
Yeah, well, and especially like if we don't have a full grid on Fridays, which we usually don't.
We usually don't,
sadly. But it gives the people who are racing again the next day definitely another good chance to get after it, to get some more laps in, and to like actually instead of having to go against AI like or an open lobby.
Yeah. So before we leave you guys all, I want to point out we're gonna be I'll have a poll that's set up for like what we're gonna do on the off season for like a little race series, a reverse race, reverse.
I'm gonna be trying to get good at this game. I'm really looking forward to next 23. I'm hoping that they bring back some of the physics-ish sort of from 21 because I was actually almost good at 21 and I sucked at 22, and so I just gave up.
Yeah. So look out for that, and then also I'd say probably in about 2 weeks, which I'll announce that as well. We'll do something for this one, like announce the actual who's the champions and all that stuff and get everything cleaned up. Maybe, say who's the driver of the season and all that.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Work on a few more things to wrap everything up nicely.
To wrap this season up.
Yeah.
And get it over.
And we can have some conversations about what tracks we want next season.
We'll do interviews with all the drivers too and how they thought the season went, what we could improve, because we don't think we're perfect. So we would love.
Speak for yourself.
Well, we know we're not perfect.
I'm amazing.
So we would love your guys' input.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Especially from a driver's side, what you guys want, what you guys need, what could have done, we could have done.
I'm not telling anyone to go back and watch our first video. I'm actually discouraging it. But if you look at where we started to where we are, I would like to think that we've come a long way, and we would like to keep improving, and we want to bring you guys along with us.
Yeah, but if you are one of those people who know what I'm talking about, the France video.
No, that's
do not judge us from that one though. The France video.
There's some of those ones early on are so cringy to me. Because it's just me not knowing what I'm doing.
Everybody go and watch that. It's my only podium.
Please. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
It does not mention that it only ended with 3 racers.
It only ended. Oh, that's right.
Yes, it was. We did a race still. You did comms for it.
Yeah. I don't even remember. Please don't watch those. God, they're on the internet.
It's on the internet for them. They can all watch it. It's there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah.
We've done our best.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah, thank you, Renzo. We've done our best with trying to work through the game and being as accommodating of it as we can for as crazy as it is.
Yeah, we'll continue to try to keep improving it. We do these for you guys as well as for our development team.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we're doing it because we want to be able to push out products and do that kind of thing. But in the process of it, we want to make sure that those who are participating in this with us and those who are giving us that opportunity are able to have a good time and actually enjoy it as well.
Yes, and we want you guys to enjoy it as well.
That's
like
the important thing.
It feels like sometimes that some of these leagues can be very, like it doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel fun.
Yes, it doesn't
you're
feel
just
fun.
there and you're kind of angry about what happened and you're just
we're trying to get it to where it's more of a community.
Yeah, we want it. That's the hope, and and part of that, and this is just kind of, if you're frustrated with the race, you don't need to dive into the chats. It's okay.
Yes,
you can let it simmer down a little bit, submit your ticket, and then hopefully in a more level-headed fashion voice your concerns.
So we're happy everybody, especially everybody that was able to go to a lot of these races and race and stuff. We appreciate
those
you guys.
who actually ended up at every race this season. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Who helped the times we had full grids too. Really, thank you for that as well.
And we're happy for everybody that's able to participate. And we'll try to,
try to keep getting better.
We'll try to get it to be more, hopefully get 20 drivers that are close and all that and have a good time. But on that one, we should.
Thank you, Renzo. See you later, man.
Wrap up the.
Yeah, as always, we got to give a shout out to, this is the last race, Lim.
This was the last race of the season. Yeah, season already over.
Yep.
Yeah, Limp, I know. If you just had one more race, I think you could have gotten him.
I think so, too. As always, though, we got to give a shout out to our partners in crime, the people who we want to support, who have also kind of helped support us. First off, if you want a sick set of pedals, like our what?
Our number one driver.
Our season's winner.
Season 2 drivers champion.
There you go. Miller, check out simcoaches.com. They have a wheel too. It's pretty amazing. But simcoaches at simcoaches.com. If you want to start your digital adventure, check out Zinx at xinx.digital. There are some of the amazing people that have helped us with our logos and our branding a bit. As always, check out Wolfpack Performance at Wolfpack Performance on YouTube.
If you like F1 rants and even just like talking about F1, he does a lot of those videos.
Got a good bunch of people over there. Yeah. Stuck out tongue winking eye. Okay, no, that didn't work at all. As always, Peng, our winner today, he is also a streamer. He's also out there, so go check him out if you want to take a look at what he's got on his content. He does a few things as well. He does multiple things. He doesn't just do F1.
You can find him on twitch.tv/Pangil12 PANGIL 12.
And then, do you like podcasts, sir?
I do like podcasts.
Well, if you like podcasts, check out BS Talk with Irv and Cam
for your sports.
Sports. It is on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Twitter.podcast.com, and Spotify Podcast. Did I miss anyone?
Nope.
Does all of them?
Yeah.
Check out us. Check out DeltaZeroProduction.com. We also have a Discord. We put on stuff like this. We also have a couple other things that we do in the community with Wreckfest here and there, Rocket League for sure. I like to play Rocket League.
Yeah, and we will be streaming more on our YouTube.
We're going to be transitioning over to YouTube a bit more.
Yeah, so.
We're going to be kind of localizing things over there, so we're going to be pulling back a little bit from Twitch. So if you've been following us over here, thank you very, very much. We really appreciate it. Go check us out over on YouTube as well, so that you can keep following along and see what we're up to. We want to keep everyone there.
There's a little bit of a community page and all this stuff. So.
Yeah, we're gonna try and gear it a bit more towards community-based things, but also just making sure that all the videos are in one place. You can see whatever you want to see. It's not just there for 2 weeks, that kind of thing. But anyway, as always, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
I was your host, Stinky Juan. I was here with
Ivor Zim.
And this was the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. And that was the finale of the Champion Series. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.
Deuces!